Welcome to the first of my gaming talkthroughs. This is DiRT3 and as you can see I've chosen, this is actually Season 3, this is International Skirmish. Only the second time I've played this. As you can see I've done the Rallycross, no sorry I haven't, I've done the buggies and I've only come fourth as you can see. We're going to move on to the Rallycross now and it's two rounds, one of 3 laps and one of 5 laps, both set at the LA Coliseum, worth 2,500 reputation points if you win both. Now looking at my offers, I'm going to go with the Ford Fiesta, I think. Yes, yeah, definitely choosing the Ford Fiesta. 552 brake horsepower I believe, 4-wheel drive, 1,200 kilos. Now while we're waiting for this to load, the Ford Fiesta, great little car in this game, represented very well obviously because Ken Block. This version is obviously 4-wheel drive, not quite 560 horsepower, and as I say we're set in the LA Coliseum. I've used this track before. It's the larger track of the two first, set through the stadium in front of the crowd. Now we're going to go to experience level. I'm going to go to 5, level 5. That's my normal setting for this game, level 5. I'm going to turn the dynamic racing line off because I know the circuit. I'm going to go to vehicle setup now. Going to leave the gear ratio where it is, set the downforce to fairly high for the sandy stuff. Leave the suspension where it is, the ride height where it is. We're going to lower the ride height, differential, and we're going to keep it 1 from the right, and brake bias 1 from the right. I don't like too much oversteer when I'm braking. I like the back end to stay exactly where it is. So let's go into the first race. Now I'll just say I'm using a Driving Force GT wheel and pedals with a play seat setup. Bonnet cam view is my favourite view into the first corner. A bit too eager I think, up the inside. Now, got a job on my hands here. Level 5, it's quite a good challenge, and as you progress in this game they certainly, AI certainly get quicker and quicker. But stay to the left on the jump into the tunnel. That way I feel the car is more stable. If you go to the right you get a little bit of oversteer on the landing. Now as you can see, using level 5 it's fairly evenly matched to my skill level. A little bit of oversteer there, losing time all the time the back of the car is hanging out there. Coming back into the stadium to finish lap 1. Let's have a look at the clock. Was it quick from a standing start? 58.4. Now we can catch them up on the brakes. Now that's the thing I found with this game is, against the AI, you can make up time on the brakes, but they are pretty quick off the mark on the way out of the corner. As you can see, I've got the inside line there, but he's quicker than me. Again, staying to the left, you can almost stay on the power on landing there. Coming into this pretty sharp left-hander here, way too hot on the brakes too late. I didn't want to run at the back of him, so I went to the right to avoid. Now I've got time to make up, almost a second again. Let's see if I can make it up on the brakes again. Better exit out of that corner that time. They're still pulling away from me, over a second gap now. There we go, making up time on the brakes. End of lap 2 is a 54-second lap, and we're exactly a second, way too fast into the corner there. Had to aim for the gap, not to take anybody out. Slightly too close to the barrier there. Let's go to the left again on this jump, keeping it nice and straight, making up time. Bit too hard. There you can see the damage model. hit the back of the forward focus, I think it is, in front of us, and the rear bumper's come off. There we go, it's completely off now. Pretty good special effects. Way too quick into that corner, didn't ease off at all and paid the price by hitting the wall. Coming up to the end of the third lap now, coming up to the finish. Pretty good solid third place, quite pleased with that. And there we have it, third place. Well, post it on YouTube, not quite rocking I don't think, but there we have the first race. We're now going to go into the second race now, and while we're waiting for it to load now, the second race obviously is going to be on the shorter circuit on the outside of the stadium this time, which is, I think, is set in the car park area of the LA Coliseum. Now it could be in one of two directions. This track is used twice in the game in opposite directions. I quite like this next track. Laps are very, very short though, around about 30 seconds. That's why there's 5 laps, I think, in this race. There we go, in the car park. Gonna have a look at the setup again. Now, obviously, most of this circuit is now set on tarmac, so we're going to need a different setup. Going to go slightly shorter gear ratios because it's a shorter lap. Quite high downforce, stiffer suspension, lower the ride height, and I like to keep the gearbox and the braking to the rear if I can. Let's go. Pretty solid finish in the last one. Let's see if I can improve in this one. A pretty good start, they're pretty quick away. Making up time there. Took 2 places into the second corner, way too hot into the third corner. There we have it, find myself in 5th. Too hot into that transition onto the sand. Making up time all the time. Let's go around the outside. No. Definitely harder to go around the outside. There we go, world record 33.269. Now if anybody can tell me what that means, had some personal bests to come up before, but never world records. Does that mean I'm the fastest in the world on this circuit, or does it mean something entirely different? Who knows. So here we are, found myself in 4th again. Now I've got time to make up some time here. The podium would be good at this skill level. 2.5, there's another world record popped up there, 29.399. Yeah, it's making up time on this guy in front. He's 0.7 ahead at the moment. Thing is, with this circuit, there's not much time. There we go, making up time on the brakes. Was pretty lucky not to lose it there. 27.914 that time. Giving this guy a hard time here. I'm desperate to go past. There we go. There's a car on the right facing the wrong way round now. Does that a back marker? No, there we have it. I've gone up into 2nd place. Up into 2nd. I'm 2 seconds down on the leader. Let's see if we can make up time on this last lap. He's 1.8 ahead now, so we're closing in. I really do like this circuit. A slower lap from me there, lost some time. Way too hot, there we go. Overcooked it, trying too hard, always trying hard. Half a lap left. Last transition, coming off the sand onto the tarmac for the last time. The car is still over a second ahead of me, making up time now. It was a pretty good effort, I think. 28-second last lap, there we go. So there we have it, second. So there's a Rallycross talk through. I hope that was to your enjoyment. There's a few hints and tips there, mainly about car setup. The car setup does definitely make a difference in the way this game plays. And I hope you will come back for the next instalment. Thank you very much. Goodbye.